Hello?
What's up, girl? What happened after Tony dumped you?
Girl, I'm over it. I went from heartbreak to hate.
Oi, Joy.
Hey, Bob.
Happy day.
What it do be is how.
What it do. What it is right now. Pasta. What it is right now. I'm
wow,
sorry.
you went back on me.
Yeah, I love some
went.
Busta. I love some Khalees. So when you got Busta and Khalees together, you cannot go wrong in my eyes.
Oh.
What the?
Damn.
Oh, those are sounds that only we can hear, so don't react to that. People.
It's been 2 years, and we're still not 100%
And that's the thing.
professional.
I was like, where's that email that says 2 years? Because then I'm like, it looks like it's one of those chain mails asking me for money from a Nigerian prince, or Rwandan prince, or Ugandan prince.
You know what? Don't get me started.
So
Start me not. You know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen. We're always real, so I need to have a real moment on the podcast. What
real,
the hell?
What were we? Real
what were we talking about? And I was going to tell a story.
I don't know. You said you were going to tell a story. I was talking about T.S. Madison and Kaya's beef.
It was before that. Damn it. This is what happens, kids. Pay attention. At some point, your memory is going to leave you.
Not to mention, if you're going to have a podcast and discuss things, maybe you shouldn't have 3 hours of podcast-worthy conversations before you start the podcast.
But we haven't learned.
We haven't learned.
In 2 years.
And 2 years plus, because it's actually been longer than 2 years, but...
This is our 100th episode.
This is the 100th episode.
I didn't do that noise.
Yeah, we're going to get sound effects, and I'm going to put that one in there. So, 100 episodes is a milestone. That's... No. That's da 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 da.
You don't understand. In my head, it sounds perfect.
Beethoven.
In my head, the noise is perfect. It's my mouth is betraying me.
She's just not made to be a house DJ. That's the truth of it. She's trying to do that. Yeah, we can't do it anyway. So anyway. And we're sober this episode. Actually, we're not sober. We are Mexican fooded up.
We are.
I have had my very first food restaurant experience since COVID.
Since the COVID.
So we're celebrating the 100th episode. We did it up in some authentic Mexican food with non-authentic things.
We sat in our abuse booth.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone remembers, but
yeah,
we had a conversation. We went to this Mexican local restaurant, and the woman thought that I had beat Joy.
Yes.
Because Joy was wearing sunglasses and wouldn't take them off.
And then when I took them off, my eye was watering because I had a scratched cornea. And so, yeah, it looked
like
I had, and it was puffy. It was a whole thing.
If I would have ordered her food for her, someone would have called for help.
She was definitely eyeing me at any moment you want to blink.
Yes.
Rapidly,
Just
I will
let me know.
I will call.
Which we appreciate.
We did appreciate.
Yes,
that's right. And we talked about that before.
Anybody who's out there helping out people
yeah.
in domestic situations. Because for whatever reason, I've been noticing that's on a massive rise. I don't know if people have to spend so much time together that they're just now starting to abuse each other more, or people are actually getting arrested for it again. There was that time where it was let them sort it out. But now we're back to actually arresting people. Good.
Yeah.
So, moral of that story is you don't remember shit. And we sat at the same table and I had a burrito, which is not Mexican apparently. It's more of an American food.
Yeah. I would imagine almost anything you could order there has been American-fied in some way. I had delicious chicken fajitas, and whether or not they were authentic, they cooked the shit out of them.
She couldn't eat it. It was so hot.
It came out smoking more than usual.
And not Chili's fajitas.
Mm-mm.
You could hear it when it left the kitchen. I know that there's less people in there, so there's less of a sound breakage, but yeah, that's what this podcast is about. Fajitas.
I can't. No. This is that's not what this is about.
No, it's not. It's about our 100th episode.
Right. I won't do the noise again, but
no
you
noise.
know in my spirit I thought about it.
We've heard it. We hear it with you, Joy. So
think it in your minds.
Things
dear
about
listeners.
Yeah, things about 100 episodes, because we call them episodes, right? I label them as S, whatever the number is, because I was used to shows from the radio station when I started it, and then I didn't want to go back and change it. It's technically episodes. We've had 100 episodes now. If podcasts weren't always technically a syndicated situation, because you can go back and listen to the last ones at any time, we'd be in syndication because television shows had to reach 100 episodes before they could be syndicated.
Bam.
So we would be Roseanne. We would be not Roseanne now, but Roseanne 20 plus years ago, and then like the Cosby Show, all those things that had to reach that 100 episode milestone before they could be in syndication. We could officially be on TNT running 6 hours a day. Please do it. After Charmed, you know they're still running 4 hours of Charmed every day.
Oh yeah. All of the shows. I feel like now you just got me running through my mind like all the shows that they've been playing forever. Like how many years has Supernatural been off? Like,
Supernatural's not off the air.
It's not?
No,
what are they
going
in season 27?
15th season.
Get out of here. Okay. Well, we didn't make it that long, but we did beat some other people and some other things.
We beat some other things. So we would like to list and discuss things that we are better than.
Uh-huh.
Because we lasted longer.
Hi.
And I want to give some quick stats if I can.
Go for it, absolutely.
I forgot my stats Excel spreadsheet on my other computer, so I will bring up the stats that I remember. We have been listened to in 62 countries.
Nice.
We've listened. The most listened to time of our podcast is 10 p.m. on Tuesday night.
Okay.
So, for whatever reason, that's when people listen the most.
Tuesday's it.
Tuesdays at 10 p.m. The top 10 countries, not including United States, that have listened to the episodes: Canada, number 1, UK, Ireland, Sweden, Spain, Australia, India, South Korea, Morocco, and then there's a tie for 10th place. Go Deutschland, Germany, and Denmark.
Wow, okay.
And then, 60 or 51 other countries have listened, and that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I mean, whether it's whatever, somebody recorded us somewhere or listened to us somewhere.
We love that. We love the far reach that we've been able to have. We genuinely get excited.
We do. And I mean, that's the thing, is we're worldly people. We're people of the world, which is two terms that mean the same thing. And we enjoy that. And because we know that other countries listen to us, especially Canada. Let's be real. Canada, I'm sorry, at the 6 months into the show, I kind of called you out and said you were shit for not listening to us, and then here you come in first place.
Right. Canada was like, "Oh, is that right?
Oh, is that right?
Okay,
Let us
motherfucker.
listen to you." And so we know that Canadians are listening to us being like, this is a perfect example of how shitty and horrible Americans are. So we appreciate that. And thank you.
I like to think that they appreciate our sense of humor. Okay.
Right. We're trying to be...
And our ability to speak on a wide array of subjects.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of shit. I mean,
not just dick.
Not just dick. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was looking through our list of episodes, and honestly, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. Just kidding. I don't know of other podcasts that are like as vast.
Right.
In broad of spectrum. And
what you're saying.
I know that a lot of podcasts have a thing, and that's their thing, and that's what brings people in, and people love to listen to about dead people. Got it. Me too. But we don't want to just talk about dead people. Mm-mm. We want to be all the Haley Joel Osments. We don't want to just see dead people and talk to them. We want to also be AI. We also want to be, what other things were he was an Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And on the television show Boys. But we've talked about the apocalypse. We've talked about witchcraft. We've talked about dating. We've talked about dating. We've talked about dating. We've given you plays. Uh-huh. We've given you body switches. We've given you dick. We've given, not literally, some of you. Yes, we have. Hello. And we've talked about ghost fucking.
We have talked about ghost fucking. And really, all of this, we had specific episodes on this where we gave you more of ourselves. But really, that's what the whole last 100 episodes has been.
Yeah.
It's just trying to give you as much
Giving
as possible.
you every inch, and by inch I mean minute and second. Because
I think you have to switch over to the metric. We have never talked about that because we're always talking about inches.
That should be the next show. Should we just talk about how
do other countries
the
talk
things
about how many
that we
meters?
do just to piss off other countries? I think
No, but specifically, I was going to talk about dicks and whether or not they're
they're bigger in metric.
Yeah, well, not bigger, but you know what I mean. Like, an American wouldn't know what to do.
No,
like somebody sent you. Let's say you were in England. Let's assume they use meters. I assume they do.
So you're talking about uncircumcised penises. Okay, go.
You get dick pics, you know what I mean? Or maybe not even the pic yet. You know, in the talk, the first thing, don't ask me to do a conversion here.
Ooh.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm
centimeters.
71 kg.
Because it's not meters.
Nope.
Nope, it's got to be centimeters. I think. It's got to be centimeters.
Maybe even millimeters.
My point is...
Don't assume.
It would be... You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. You'd be like, hold on. I mean, it's 2020, so you could Google it. You could Google...
I mean, I don't know. That's the thing is, like,
you know
I have these weird conversations, and now we're talking about dick. And I was just thinking about that. My new book, my autobiography, is going to be called Don't Believe the First Dick Pic.
I love that. Put a pin in it. So, 7 inches feels like a good enough number. Like 7.
How does it feel?
It feels like a good enough number that guys love to say. Like, I mean, usually they say something ridiculous like I've got 10 inches.
Average penis is 5.5 inches, so
right.
Obviously you got to say 7.
So you got to say 7 because everybody knows if you say 10, you're fucking full of shit.
Well, 8's hung now to people, so that's a whole nother issue.
7 inches is 17.78 centimeters. So I'm going to guess that they would round up. But I mean, would you talk to your interests and be like, oh no, they get real specific?
No, you don't even know the 7 3/4.
Hey
I've
boo,
heard.
I got that 17.78. You not ready for this? Like, do you think that's really how it goes down? Can somebody since we have so many listeners, can you explain to us how it goes down in metric? On the dick front, because I need to know.
Well, I think we're also speaking from different experiences here,
right?
Because, I mean, I guess I've had more conversational dick conversations with guys, obviously,
right.
And I've become kind of lazy about selfies that or like dick pics that I receive. Used to, I'd screenshot it, crop it, and then store it in a folder. Now I don't even crop it anymore. I just screenshot it and I'm moving on. But like. Because it's to the point you've seen enough dick. But that's the thing. If I see a dick, I don't ask how big it is.
No, but...
I can look and tell if they're from a perspective...
If
it's a perspective shot and they're making their dick look bigger.
Yeah.
I can look and see where their knees and hands and the size of their hands comparison to... Like,
but
maybe I'm a dick doctor.
No, it's because you're not getting it in the right order. The correct order is... First, they give you the story of how big it is to build the anticipation. So first it is, I'm going to give you these 10 inches. Then is the picture that is just a house of lies. But first it starts with the number. So you're not getting the number first is what you're telling me.
That's the thing. That's why our show is fucking amazing. Because Joy is giving you what the straight perspective is on this. And I'm telling you, the gay perspective is usually no words at all.
Gotcha.
It's pictures. And I don't know if that's elementary. I don't know if that's more caveman-esque or if it's more straightforward. Because
it's more straightforward.
I feel that in the gay app world, like if you're actually having a conversation, it's already kind of assumed you're going to fuck at some point. Like, everyone says we're not on this app to make friends. We're not on this app for relationships. Like, some people will say, what are you looking for? And I'll say, This is my air quote, ultimately a relationship, but I'm not going to pass up fun. That's kind of where it's at. And then they're usually like, here's a dick pic. So like,
right.
there are people who are polite and have conversation, but like last night a guy's words to me were, show me your hole.
Which is not the first time I know that you've heard that.
No. And from different people. But,
Okay, fair enough.
And then sometimes I respond with like, I'm not into like taking a lot of pictures of my body parts.
Right.
So like I'm a busy person. I'm not going to spend time in a bathroom trying to get angles correctly to like get into my hole. Like, I don't know. Like, and it's not like it's hanging out. So like it's going to be tight enough to accommodate you anyway, sir. And who's to say I even want you to fuck me, because maybe I want to fuck you.
We've turned a corner,
and
kids.
women can't. Yeah, okay.
We didn't mean to, but
sorry.
That's what happens on this show.
We just got to bring it back and say that it's not always about dick.
It's not always about dick.
But apparently this episode, at least 4 minutes of it has been.
Correct. And now
back to our regular scheduled episode.
Absolutely.
Of 100.
Did you give us all the stats, or are there more?
Yeah, I know I gave it after I did the rundown of the various things.
I didn't know if you had any centimeters you wanted to give us or anything. No, you're good. Okay, sorry.
Nope. Average.
I just have no sense. I keep saying I'm going to find some. It hasn't happened. If it hasn't happened in the last 2 years, it ain't going to happen.
Oh, what, since?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So...
SENSE. What if, okay, in our new evolution, could we just spell words that regularly are misspelled on TikToks and IG and just every social media platform? Like, I feel like we've had the your, there conversation.
Right. Which sometimes I accidentally mess up in the heat of a text message. Anyway.
But, I think we could expand out, because what if you thought I meant CENTS sense? Hopefully you would understand that's not.
Context.
Right, but what if you don't know how to spell, is my point. What if you really think the sense that you have in your mind starts with a C and not an S?
Well,
I just want to be educational.
I think maybe we should put more education in the upcoming episodes, and I look forward to being schooled by you, Joy. I do want to throw out, since we're on the I have been doing research into this actually, and in the capacity of how white people say black people speak differently, and it's actually a thing called metathesis, and that's why people say ax instead of ask.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of words that people do that with, like the one that drives me crazy, and everybody of every race says it wrong. They say prescription, and it's actually prescription.
It
R
is
before the E.
Uh-huh.
And so that's one of the metasynthesis words.
How do you feel about supposedly? Because I have heard every level of professional use supposedly.
Absolutely. I've also heard every level of human being saying across the street.
Yes. I think that's a regional thing.
You think it's regional?
I do.
What about moot point and mute point?
All I'm saying is in certain parts of the country, you wouldn't say across or crossed. It would be like catty corner. You know what I mean? Like there's alternate words.
Catty wampus and catty corner.
We did talk about that. Okay.
Let's get back into the real world.
Education is coming, kids.
It's coming, kids. And you'll still listen because there'll be some dick slipped in. It's like sleeping.
It's still going to be us.
It's like sleeping with a professor for a better grade. That's what our podcast is going to be about. And reclaiming your sluttiness.
Yes,
Your mother's a slut. Your grandma's a slut. That shirt is a slut. Anyway, 100 episodes and why we're better than other people.
Yes.
So I kind of broke it down into multiple categories.
Oh.
And I told you some of the ones that I had, but I didn't go into everything that I had.
You didn't go into
and
names.
You haven't given me your homework yet.
That's right.
So some of it's fresh, some of it's fresh, some of it's fresh. Fresh me.
Fresh you?
Like Sprite.
Okay. I'm not gonna give you my big one. I almost gave you my big hitter. You weren't ready. You weren't ready. You weren't ready. I have to give you my big hitter. This is the one I'm excited about because I didn't do as much homework as you. But that's neither here nor there. Michael Jordan. I know you're thinking to yourself, there's no way we're better than Michael Jordan. Yes, there is. Michael Jordan lasted 13 months as a professional baseball player.
I knew you were going to go there with that. I knew you were going to go with that. He is no Bo. He's no Bo Jackson. That's for sure.
That made me so happy.
Kids don't even know Bo.
No, they have no clue who you're talking about. They're like, Google, please explain who the fuck, how do I spell this?
Yeah, and why? Because he played like 3 different sports at the same time. Like he was Bono's basketball, Bono's baseball. Anyway, so it's not a big hitter for me, but we have lasted longer than Julius Caesar.
Okay.
Because as I'm looking at it from 100 episodes, I'm looking at it from 2 years. I'm looking at it from, you're not ready for this, the amount of time in which we have talked on this podcast is also in my how we're better than you things.
Wow. Okay. Are you saving that for later?
That's later, yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, that's just too. Okay, this one's sad.
Oh no. Okay.
I toyed whether or not, but listen, this was a hard homework assignment. First of all, I need dear listeners. This homework assignment was difficult, and usually I'm happy to do the homework, and this is a time where I'm going to copy off of Bob's homework. So,
because I'll do the most and probably say the least.
But when I was looking at musicians, I really wanted to find musicians that we had lasted longer than. And so there were some sad ones, but I'm just going to give you this one. So Richie Valens, which somebody else is not going to know. Yeah, he's the one who made, you definitely won't know the love ballad Donna. But
Donna is one of the best songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But La Bamba.
La Bamba. There was a movie about him called
La Bamba. Ta-da! So, surprise, the singer of La Bamba is not Lou Diamond Phillips. It's actually Richie Valens.
Right.
So,
and surprise, Lou Diamond Phillips is actually more Native American than he is Latinx. So, surprise.
But yeah, his career was only about a year long because, unfortunately, he was in a plane accident. So.
He was in a plane accident, and this is also for the kids at home. And it's, if you know that horrible, horrible motherfucking song, The Day the Music Died, Bye Bye Miss America Pie, that song is literally about Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly's plane crash. And they call that The Day the Music Died. So that song is about it, and I hate that song. It's from my childhood, but still, like, a lot of people reference it still in our lifetime because it was only 20-ish years old whenever we were kids. So, like, in the 70s and in the 80s, people still talked about Richie Valens. That's why we had a Richie Valens movie in the 80s. So that is sad.
Yeah.
Do you want me to perk it up a little bit?
Please do. Perk us on up.
Here's the list of celebrity marriages that we've outlasted. Jim Carrey and Lauren Holly, Fred Armisen and Elizabeth Moss. I might skip some that the kids won't know. Jennifer Lopez and Chris Judd, which I think Jennifer Lopez is probably on this list 5 times because she's been married like 8 times and they haven't lasted very long at
least.
Chad Michael Murray and Sophia Bush, Drew Barrymore and Tom Green. They were only married 5 months. Pamela Anderson and Kid Rock were 4 months. Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Esposito. I don't know if people even remember her.
I do.
Nicolas Cage and Lisa Marie Presley were married. Renee Zellweger and that Kenny Chesney guy. Kim Kardashian and Chris Humphries were 72 days.
Oh, right.
Let's just skip through some. And Britney Spears and her 55-hour marriage.
That is the cake.
That's the cake. And to add more to that, we outlasted Britney Spears' acting career.
Hey.
Which, thank God.
Absolutely.
You got another one?
I do have another one. technically music, but sure, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Tyra Banks tried to have a music career. She only managed to squeeze out one single in 2004 entitled Shake Your Body. Does anybody remember this bullshit? Because I don't.
Shake your body, body. Move your body, body. Yes, yes, yes.
That was not her.
That was her. She literally had all the girls from season 2 in the video. I could play it for you. I have it on my
Please
iTunes.
don't. It's so fine.
And I hate Tyra Banks,
It's
but
so
you know.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've outlasted New Coke, Pepsi AM, and Crystal Pepsi.
Shout outs to Crystal Pepsi.
Hey, Crystal Pepsi,
You were so gross.
which New Coke and Crystal Pepsi both had comebacks recently, but that's because millennials have fond memories of shit and want it brought back again. Right? That's what we learned from TikTok.
Yeah. Somebody else who tried to get in the music ring, quote unquote, Kim Kardashian. Only fucking had a single in 2011.
Okay.
It was called Jam, parentheses, Turn It Up. Definitely never heard that bullshit.
Not like jam, parentheses, that cock in my ass.
No.
Oh.
That was probably the original working title, and then they changed
like
it up.
Khalees's milkshake was
So,
originally supposed to be cocksuck, and they changed it to milkshake. Which, if you put cocksuck in there, it makes more sense about. So, do you have? I have some television shows that we've outlasted.
Okay.
There's lots of them, but some more popular ones like Freaks and Geeks.
Okay.
My So-Called Life, which tier.
I know. I loved that one.
I love that one. Let's see. More recent ones. That Muppets bring back that never happened. The original Flash television show was only one season. Erie, Indiana, which was kind of popular, but we only had one season.
I remember
Undeclared. Pan Am, which was only one season long, which most people don't remember, but it was actually Margot Robbie was on that show. Margot Robbie and Christina Ricci, and it was about Pan Am flight attendants in the 60s.
Oh, yes. I remember when that was going to be a thing.
It was going to be a thing, and it didn't. It was all going to be a big thing, but it didn't happen because they wanted a female version of Mad Men, and it didn't, unfortunately, happen. The original, most kids probably don't remember this either, but the original Josie and the Pussycats, which I know when we were kids, it would be rerun over and over again. That was only one season long, whereas Scooby-Doo has had like 32 seasons. So,
Right. Explain that.
Popular, that show Popular. The Watchmen, that's a recent one that only had one season.
That was intended, though.
You think?
That's what they said. I was reading about it because I was like really fascinated
That's
with
what
the
they all
show.
say.
When it doesn't work out, we only meant to do it once.
When it's really short, that's what they all say.
Shit.
Okay. That's all I have for. I mean, I have lots more, but I don't want to get into all of them. So.
I really was like on a whole bend about actors that thought that they were singers.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Gosling, such a pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody needs him to sing. He tried it. He formed a group called Dead Man's Bones, and they lasted a year. They did one album. Bless their hearts.
I'm no mega Ryan Gosling fan, but I just want you to be fully aware that he was on the Mickey Mouse Club with Justin Timberlake, Christina Ricci, Christina Aguilera.
That as part of his music career? Is that what we're gonna do?
No, I'm just saying that he had the same humble beginnings
Okay.
that they had. So like he could have easily been a Justin or Ryan, or not maybe a Christina Aguilera because we all know she sings better than all of them, but still like
I'm sure he could have, and yet
could have and yet not.
Da-da.
Got the logic. So I'm extreme. So I added up the time that we've talked on our podcast, and it's over 3,000. Wait. 3,000 minutes. And it actually 3,000 minutes divided by 60, it's short math, is 50 hours.
Okay.
And that's how long the Chicago fire was.
Damn.
So, just saying, Chicago, you got burnt down and built back up. So look out for us when we're 12 million strong. I don't know. Like, I'm excited for the next phase of our podcast.
As am I.
Like we said in the previous couple podcasts, like, we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're only gonna do one episode a month. So less of us, and
But so much more.
but so much more. And I don't know. I think that we'll have better content. And that was another thing. Like, I feel really. I looked at the stats of the top 10 episodes of our podcast, and I know that 2 years means that they've been out there longer, which has more chance of being listened to, so therefore you really can't compare them to the ones that are more current. But don't judge us by those first 15.
Please don't.
I mean, they were really good, but like,
There was a learning curve.
it was a learning curve. We just came from the radio. It was different. It was a different world.
Bless our hearts.
And remember that to be beautiful and natural is the birthright of every woman. And I wish you all loads and loads of loveliness and good luck.